Okay.
First baseman, number 23, Noah Roman.
It looks like it's working now. It's saying stop streaming, so I think it's working.
Okay, I will look at it just to make sure that it's actually going. But that's what all it was. It's just the internet is blocking YouTube, which uncommon. There's a lot of school districts that do that. So, okay, yep, you're good.
It's good?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that internet thing. They block everything. Yeah.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Matthiesen here with Houston Sports Live. Had some technical difficulties with our internet here at Jordan. After half inning here, Cavaliers put Katy on with a double in the left center gap. And Jordan works out of the jam. Three outs here in the top of the first, no score on one hit. And I apologize again for some technical difficulty. We'll get you caught up to speed here on what we're doing with the lineup and what's going on. Deck was starting for the Cavaliers tonight. On the bump, of course, JM, Juan Miguel Juarez catching, Noah Roman at first base, Michael Kane at second. Shortstop, I believe Caleb Cardenas is shortstop tonight, and of course Sergio at third base. Kason Wayne gets a start in right field, and Jake Metters in center, and Max Payne in left. So again, we're going to the bottom of the first. One hit for the Cavaliers so far, and that was Payne on the double to left center. So leading off for Katy Jordan is going to be Thomas Gate, number 15, their designated hitter. Dekwa is taking his warm-up pitches here. Little windy out here in Jordan High School. Beautiful field, nice grass. Senior night here tonight for Jordan. Lots of parents on the field and enjoying that moment with their kiddos for the last time. Dekwa is about finished up here with his warm-up pitches. Looks like they're throwing down on this one. Juarez with the warm-up sign, or with the warm-up throw. Sorry. Warm-up's done here. As you go, Ugarte steps into the box for Jordan.
Leading off for the Warriors, number 15, Thomas Ugate.
Ugate, number 15, digs in. Gives a little fist bump to Juan Miguel to get the thing started here in the bottom of the first. Strike on the first pitch from Dekwa. He's in the comes set, gets a sign from Miguel, and the pitch is on the way. Little sweeper. It holds up on the check swing. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Dekwa just misses. Dekwa comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big K leading off the bottom of the first inning here for Dekwa. Guy that goes down swinging.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 14, Henry Surkov.
Number 14, Surkov steps in for Jordan. Deckwa, good start there to lead things off here. Comes set. The delivery. The curveball just outside. Ball 2, missing here, starting the batter 2-0. Let's see if he can dig out of this one. Good hitter's pitch here for Surkov. Drills one in between the gap, diving by Cardenas at shortstop, just off the reach of the glove. Like I said, good hitter's pitch. He made good contact there. Single for Surkov in between short and third.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Nolan Dushek.
It's going to bring up number 11, Dusak. Runner at first base. Pitch misses 1-0. Deckwa set, misses with the curveball. That's in there for a strike, just on the outside corner, lower third. 2 strikes now on the batter. Deckwa comes set. Quick peek over to first base. Not a big lead there. Here's the delivery from Deckwa. Outside. 2-2 the count. Getting bottom of the first here. We got 1 out, runner at first base. 2-2 the count. Ball hit in between short and third again, through for an infield, or excuse me, for a single for Dushek. 2 hits in the inning here. That's going to be put runners at first and second with Segura coming up.
Now batting first baseman, number 22, Ethan Segura.
Deckwa set to Segura first pitch. Strike on the inside corner, lower third. Jam framed up pretty good. It might have been off just a hair, but Blue called it a strike. We'll go 0-1 here to Segura. Deckwa set, runners at first and second. Pitch in there for a strike, right down Brooklyn. 0-2 on Segura. Was set. Getting the sign from JM. Takes in. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul tip. JM. Good catch on that one to stay with it. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Bobby Richardson.
Richardson steps in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second. Infield back with 2 out, playing 2 out depth. First pitch is outside on the curveball. One 0 Deckwalk comes, delivers. Ooh, it's just a bit high in the zone.
Sorry.
2 balls here. Swung on and ripped again in between the shortstop and the third baseman. Throws coming in from Max Payne. It's cut off by Sergio, and he's got the runner advancing from second base to third. So the run does, no run. They got the out before the runner crossed the plate. No run on the play. The runner from second base on the single was trying to score, but that's a timing play, and they got the out before the foot hit the plate. So no runs on 3 hits here in the bottom of the first for Jordan. And we'll be right back.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, the third baseman, number 19, Sergio Alvarez.
All right, welcome back here to Jordan High School in Katy. Top of the second inning, Alvarez steps in. New pitcher for Jordan is Gavin Monroe. He comes set, delivers the first pitch here in the top of the second inning. Alvarez fouls it down the left field line out of play. 0-1 the count here to Alvarez, top of the second inning. That's one on it, missed. 2 strikes, real quick here to Alvarez. Pitcher comes set, 0-2 the count here. Popped up, it may be playable, foul territory, just past third base. That's going to be a tough play. Good effort there by Jordan. Foul territory down the left field line. The third baseman and the shortstop were trying to converge on that one, and it falls harmlessly for a foul ball. 2 strikes here again to Sergio. Again, 0-2 the count here to Alvarez. It's high and inside. Got a little cradle rocking coming on this delivery. 1-2 the count to Alvarez. Cardenas on deck. Popped up almost back here to the stands. Just shy of the booth. Made it over the net. Doesn't look like anybody got hit with that one. Thank goodness. Max capacity crowd here at Jordan High School tonight. Boy, if you're not out here, you need to get in your car and make it out here for a great night for baseball. Beautiful weather. Nice and sunny. It's not too warm, not too cool. And here comes the 1-2. And that's high. Leaving the count at 2-2 here to Alvarez. See if Alvarez can push one through the same 6-hole here they've been Jordan's been hitting us with. Oh, that pitch is right down the middle. Alvarez looks at it. He had him fooled on that one. He was not looking heat.
Now batting the shortstop,
Sure.
number 2, Caleb Cardenas.
Cardenas steps in, 1 out. Ball hit to the shortstop, comes across to the first baseman. 6-3 put out on Cardenas, hit right, hammered it right to the shortstop. 1 hopper, gloved it cleanly right across 6-3.
Now batting the right fielder, number 20, Kason Wang.
That brings up Case, and Wang, number 20, steps in here with 2 outs in the top of the second, trying to get something going for your Cavaliers. First pitch is just off the outside corner. 1-0. Kaysen lifts a ball to the second baseman for a little can of corn on the infield there. Easy inning for Jordan, 1-2-3. Cavaliers go down in order. And after 1.5 complete here in Jordan, we're scoreless. We'll be back in just a minute. Thank you for tuning in here to your Houston Sports Live broadcast of your College Park Cavaliers. Alrighty, welcome back to Jordan High School. Scott Matthiesen here on the call.
Leading off for the Warriors, left fielder number 5, Max Ramito.
Number 5, Max Ramito will lead off for the Warriors. Dequa back on the mound. No changes defensively for the Cavaliers. Wind blowing out to left field. Pretty good on that flag. Pitch from Dequa. Hit to the shortstop again. Almost snares it in the air. Big throw. Gets by the first baseman, Roman. All the way to the fence down the right field line. And the runner will advance on the air. So we're going to have a single. Check that. It's going to be E6. And then advance on the throw as well. So Ramito gets on to second base. That's the 4th ball in a row hit to the shortstop pole. That's going to bring up number 6, Cole Bridgette, the second baseman. So we got a runner here in scoring position in second base with no outs.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Cole Bridgette.
Dequa set in the pitch. Outside corner with that curveball goes 0-1.
Yeah, it'll be a throwing error.
Swing and a miss on the pitch. 0-2 now to Bridgette. Dequa comes set, looks back at second base, a pitch. Hit again into the gap between second or third and short. Big throw in time for the runner at first. And Ramito advances on the play to third base. Good play there by Cardenas, 6-3 to get the 1 out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Luis Santos.
So that moves the runner Ramito over to third base with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. As Luis Santos steps in for his first plate appearance of the day. Little curveball just a bit high from Dequa, 1-0. That ball's hit to left field on the line right at Payne. He makes the catch and tagging at third base. Ramito comes in on the score on the sacrifice fly from Santos, doing his job there. Pushes one across for Jordan.
Now batting the center fielder, number 21, Antonio Sagbini.
So we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Nobody on. Number 9 hole hitter 21, Antonio Sagbini in there. First pitch from Dequa a strike. Next pitch is outside with the curveball, 1-1. So Jordan playing a little small ball here. They get the runner on the air, and they move him over on the 6-3 infield put out, and then the sac fly scores him just like the coach wrote it up in the book. That pitch gets away from Juan Miguel all the way to the backstop here with no runners on. No worries here. 2-1 the count. Sagbini steps back in. Pitch from Deckwad, upper third. That's in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Looking to close out the second inning here with just giving up the one run. Pitch is outside. Looking for him to chase with that 2-strike pitch. Goes full on Sagbini. Antonio steps in. Here's the pitch from Deckwah. Hit fouled right back into the screen behind home plate. Almost coming right for the booth here. If the net wasn't there, I think it would have hit the glass. Still 3-2. Deckwah comes set. And the delivery, strike 3 called on the curveball. What a bender. That ends the inning on a K. Jordan gets a 1 run on no hits, 2 errors there on that play on Romito. And they score 1 on the sac fly. So your score here after 2 complete in Jordan. Your mighty Cavaliers 0, Jordan 1. We'll be back in just a minute on Houston Sports Live. All right, welcome back here to Jordan.
And leading off for the Cavaliers, left fielder number 14, Max Payne.
Max Payne is going to step in and lead off the top of the third. Another pitcher here, senior night for the Warriors. Number 22, Ethan Segura comes in to start the top of the third.
He's at first.
First pitch is a ball. Get to the third baseman down the line. 2 hopper, scoops, fires across the diamond. It goes by the first baseman. Payne's on his way to second. No problem standing up. I think he's there anyway, even if that throw is right on the money.
Now batting center fielder number 10, Jake Metters.
Metters steps in. Payne's at second base. Single and then an error on the throw. First pitch to Metters is in there on the curveball. 0-1 to Metters here, no outs. Cavaliers looking to push this, get this run over to third. Metters attempts to bunt. The pitch was way high and outside. He went after it. 0-2 now to Metters. I'm sure he's kicking himself for that one. Really seriously trying to get that punt down, but that was so far out of the zone. Should have let that one come by for the 1-1. 0-2 now. Which is outside. 1-2 to Metters. Payne at second base. Swung on a miss. Metters goes down swinging.
Second baseman, number 8, Michael Kane.
Kane steps in, left-handed switch hitter, of course, with the right-hander throwing. He's on the left side box today. He squares to bunt. Bunts one foul down the third baseline. Kane had that big double leading off the game and then stranded out there. Looking to push one across here to tie this one up. Got Max Payne out there in scoring position at second base with 1 out. 0-1 the count to Kane. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed on the changeup. Runners go and throw down to third. Good throw right on the bag, and they get Payne caught stealing. Great throw by the catcher. Great jump. Just didn't quite get in there. So 2 outs now. With Kane still at the plate. That pitch is outside. 2-2 the count. Pitch wide. Goes full. Good at bat here for Kane after going down 0-2. Works the count full. 3-2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the third. Ball 4. Kane draws the walk.
Designated hitter, number 7, J.M. Juarez.
Juan Miguel Juarez steps in here with 2 outs. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. See if Coach Faraday moves Kane. He's got great wheels over there at first base. There he goes. Oh, this pitch is fouled back. Kane had a great jump on that. 0-2 now to Juan Miguel. To the count. Segura comes set. Looks over at Kane. Ball's outside. Kane gets a late jump, delayed steal. He's in there. Stolen base for Kane with 2 outs here. Puts him in scoring position. One and two the count to Juan Miguel. Segura comes set. Looks back at Kane. And the pitch. Outside. 2 and 2. Fouled back. Swing and a foul tip. Catcher right on that one. And Miguel goes down swinging with Kane stranded at second base here in the top of the third. So no runs, no hits, one walk. We have the one hit. Check that. Max Payne got the hit, then he got thrown out at third, caught stealing. And after 2.5, 1-0, Jordan will be back in just a moment. Thanks again for joining us on the broadcast at Houston Sports Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Jordan High School in Katy, Fulshear.
Leading off for the Warriors,
the third
designated hitter number 15,
Scott
Thomas Ugay.
Houston Sports Live, covering the Cavaliers here in a non-district game against Jordan, their senior night. Stepping in for Jordan is the leadoff batter, number 15. Bogan comes set, pitching here in the third. First pitch hit to center field, coming in on the Hall. Matters can't quite get it. It's off the glove. Great attempt. Slicing away from him there. Big single from Ugay. Top of the third, or bottom of the third. Check that.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 14, Henry Surkoff.
Surkoff steps in, no outs, runner at first base. Pitch from Bogan, just missing, ball one. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Good pitch from Bogan there to even it up. Bottom of the third here, Jordan, one runner on, no outs. 1-1 the count. Pitch from Bogan, way outside. JM's got to come out of the crouch and stop that one from going back to the backstop. No advancement on the play. 2-1 the count to Sirkoff. Runner goes, throws just a little late. Gotti takes second base. 3-1 the count.
Ugate.
Bogan gets a sign from JM. He's set, delivers. Ball 4.
Now batting, the catcher number 11, Nolan Dushek.
Sirkoff takes the walk, first and second, and Dushek comes in. Nolan Dushek, the catcher, number 11. First and second, nobody down. First pitch swinging there, 0-1 the count to Dushek. Strike, caught stealing. Oh, they call him safe. Looks like Juan Miguel's throw got to Sergio there at third base in time. Just under the tag, apparently. So we got the double steal, moving the runners to second and third. There was a called strike on that pitch. It's 0-2. Ball lifted in foul territory behind first base, and Michael Kane makes that great catch over there behind Noah Roman, gets in behind him for the pop foul out.
Now batting, number 22, Ethan Segura.
Pitcher steps in, Ethan Segura, number 22, 1 out with runners at second and third. Bogan trying to get out of trouble here. The infield is in, so the Cavs are going to come home on a ball to any infielder, try to cut off that run at home plate. Bogan comes set, pitch to Segura, curveball on the inside corner.
Oh, dirty looking.
0-1 the count. That pitch just misses outside. 1-1 to Segura. Pitch from Bogan. Just misses. Dribbles away just inside the catcher's circle. No worries there for any kind of advancement. 2-1. The count to Segura looking to help his pitching bid here. 2 runners in scoring position. Single would probably definitely score 2, at least 1 for sure. Segura calls time, steps out. We're playing a little cat and mouse. Oh, it looks like Juan Miguel's having problems hearing what we're getting the sign signaled in from Coach Lancher. Bogan comes set. Pitch runs in, almost gets him. 3-1 the count. Bogan comes set. Curveball just barely breaks in there on the inside corner. Good movement there at the last bit of that pitch. May have been inside. 3-2 the count here to Segura. And that misses in the outside corner. Segura draws the walk.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Bobby Richardson.
So walk to Segura from Bogan here. Gets the Cavaliers in some trouble here with 1 out. The infield does move back for the double play. Bases juiced, 1 out here in Jordan. Bogan comes set.
Oh,
Little dribbler right back to Bogan. I'm not sure. He goes to first. I think we could have had the out at home, but he does get the out. So Ugate does score on the play. Play goes 1-3 if you're scoring at home for the second out. Ugate scores, and Max Ramito.
now batting, left fielder, number 5, Max Ramito.
Ramito had the ball to in between the third baseman and the shortstop, picked up the error on the throw as well, moved to second base in his first at bat and scored. Pitch from Bogan is outside. One and 0 here to Ramito with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Bogan's pitch swung on, hit back up the middle. It's going to be a tough play for Dylan Gonzalez. Comes across, great throw, 6-3 behind, deep behind second base to give Ramito an inning. Good play by Dylan Gonzalez there for your Cavaliers to stop any other runs from coming in here. The Warriors do score 1. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Your score after 3 complete here in Katy at Jordan High School. Warriors 2, your mighty Cavaliers 0. Again, thank you for tuning in to Houston Sports Live, and we'll be back in just a minute.
says here, they have him down as the catcher.
Juan Miguel's a catcher.
Oh, they should know.
Leading off for your Cavaliers, number 17, Patricky Pawaka Grego. Into pitch, number 16, Jack Turner for the Warriors. First pitch foul back into the screen.
He's the catcher. And Hockey was the DeRoche.
Oh, on the count here to Pawaka Grego. Low and outside on that pitch, 1-1. Pawaka Grego has been on a little tear here lately in the last couple of weeks. He's hit 3 home runs. Big offensive player for the Cavaliers. Oh, that ball hits him. Dead ball on the arm. Front shoulder off the pad. Pocky will head down to first base. Hit by pitch.
Now batting the first baseman, number 23, Noah Roman.
As Roman steps in. So yeah, Pawaka Grego down at first base. Roman looking at the signs for Coach Faraday down at third base. He digs in. And we can put a little pressure on Turner here in the 4th inning. He comes set. Good pitch. Noah looks at a pitch, middle third, right on the outside corner for strike. Oh, 1 to count to Roman. Sergio Alvarez on deck for your Cavaliers. That one comes in high, 1-1. Here in the top of the 4th, here at Jordan High School in beautiful Katy, Fulshire, Texas. That one's pushed back to the screen, fouled off by Roman. Straight back, almost on it. 1-2 to count. Not exactly sure of the city limits. I know we're in a different county. I'm not sure if we are Fulshire or Katy. Maybe my teammates here can help. It is Fulshire, Texas, so I'm going to stop saying Katy.
Katy
I apologize. That pitch is outside to Roman, so he brings the count back even, 2-2. And I know we're not in Harris County anymore. It's hard to watch signs when you're fighting traffic for 2 hours and trying to get out of here from Ritchie and 45. That pitch is high. Roman's fighting back on this. Now he started 0-2. He's worked the count full now. Let's see if we've got any movement from Pawaka Grego at first base with no outs here in the top of the 4th. Cavaliers needing some runners on the stations. Here's the pitch. The runner does go. It is high, ball 4. They did send him.
Now batting the third baseman, number 19, Sergio Alvarez.
That's going to bring Alvarez up to the plate. So we've got a hit by pitch and then a walk. Cavaliers got something going here in the top of the 4th. With no outs, Alvarez steps in. Alvarez squares the bunt, pitches outside. He pulls it back in time. 1-0 the count to Sergio. Looks like Dylan Gonzalez is now coming to bat. He did come in at shortstop last defensive inning. He's on the on-deck circle. First baseman playing really tight now with Sergio showing that bunt. Turner comes set in the pitch, and Sergio squares. The ball's outside. The runner's going to move over. Big turn. Big turn from Pocky there at third base. So that one got away from the catcher, and we moved the runners over without the bunt. With no outs here, we got something cooking, second and third. 2-0 the count to Sergio. Now he can really focus on just driving one in the gap somewhere, maybe getting a little double here in the left center, score 2, and get this thing tied up here in the bottom of the fourth. Check that, the top of the fourth inning. So Jordan does pull their infield in now as well with runners at second and third with no outs. They're looking to gun down somebody at home here, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Alvarez. Good cut. Two and one the count. Turner comes set. Delivery. Alvarez just on top of that sweep. That little curveball had some good late movement on it. Ducked right underneath that bat. It's always best when you avoid those bats from that pitcher's mound. Here we go now. 2-2 to Alvarez. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. You got Pawaka Grego at third base, and we got Noah Roman at second. The pitch is lifted to center field on a line right to the center fielder. He doesn't even move. Here comes Pawaka Grego on the tag up, and Noah Roman's moving to third. The ball gets away, but the catcher does get it, and the pitcher does cover home. So we get the job done. We get one run in. Sacrifice fly from Sergio Alvarez. That's going to score the run.
Now batting for the Cavaliers, number 4, Dylan Gonzalez.
So Roman moves over to third on the sack as well. Pitch to Gonzalez is a strike. That ball's belted down the left field line. Dylan's digging around first base into second, standing up for a double. Dylan Gonzalez brings in Noah Roman to tie it up here at 2.
Right fielder number 20, Kason Wang.
Still with one out, the Cavaliers have scored 2. Pawaka Grego and Noah Roman have come in to score after being walked and hit by pitch. Carson Wayne, the pitch is outside, ball 1. Check that, Kason Wayne, I apologize. Mom and Dad are listening. I know it's Kason, and Carson came out of my mouth. We'll get you right. Kason Wayne here. Want to know the count. Wayne pushes the ball to second base. Second baseman makes a good play over to first. So 4-3 on the put out to Wang, and on the play, Gonzalez does move to third base.
Left fielder number 14, Max Payne.
So there are 2 outs. Runner at third. Timeout here on the field.
I saw great.
Jordan Coach coming out for the mound visit. Looks like that's going to be the day for Turner. Another senior coming off the mound for the Warriors here. Again, senior night. It's always very emotional for all the players and the coaches, and especially the parents. Braden Abney is coming in, number 17. And I'm going to guess another senior. So with the pitching change coming up here, we're going to take a break on Houston Sports Live. We'll see you in just a minute. Thank you. Welcome back here to beautiful Fulshear, Texas. Jordan High School. New pitcher, number 17, Braden Abney, is going to take over here in the top of the fourth. As Max Payne steps in, we've got Gonzo at third base here with 2 outs. Abney comes set and delivers. Fouled straight back. Payne. 0-1 to count to Max. Abney comes set. Looks over right at third base. Pitch delivers, and that's in there for a strike. Payne goes down quickly, 0-2. That was right at the bottom of the zone, right across the middle. Good pitch, good location for Abney. 0-2 the count. Payne puts the bat on the ball right to the third baseman. Oh, the throw is high across the diamond. That's going to go way down the right field line. In on the play is going to be Dylan Gonzalez scoring, and Payne goes to second base on the error. That's going to be an E5 all the way. Gonzalez comes in to make 3-2 the Cavaliers. And Payne will go to second on the play. Metters steps in. He hit a bomb last week against Cleveland on Saturday. I say last week. It's only been a few days. Takes a pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. That was for our Military Appreciation Day. What a great day that was. I was honored with being able to throw out the first pitch as well and sing the national anthem and announce the game and be the stadium announcer. It was quite the day. So pitch to Metters. It's just off the plate, 1-1. Metters went yard in the second inning to give the Cavaliers, I believe it was a 3-0 lead. About 3:30 to left field. Let's see if he can duplicate that one here. As Abney comes set. Lined right to the shortstop. What a rocket. He didn't even have to move. L6 on that put out if you're scoring at home, and that's going to do it for the fourth inning for your Cavaliers. But you push 3 runs across on 1 hit. Walk hit by pitch. Sack fly doing the right things, and now the Cavaliers are out in front after 3.5 going to the bottom of the fourth. Cavaliers 3, Jordan Warriors 2. Thank you again for being on our broadcast here at Houston Sports Live, and we'll see you back here in just a minute.
Colberg yet. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Fulshire, Texas at Jordan High School. Getting ready to start the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off for the Warriors, the second baseman, number 6, Cole Burgett.
Burgett leads off here in the bottom of the fourth. He went 6-3 in the second inning. Hit the ball on a line right to Cardenas. Pitch from Bogan is inside. Ball one. Bogan comes set. Pitch right on the outside corner. Great pitch. 1-1 evens up the count. One and one the count here to Burgett. Swings, fouls it off, straight back here. It's the wall behind home plate. 1-2. Bogan comes set. The pitch, a little looper just over the shortstop before the center fielder Matthiesen can come in. Little single right there for Burgett to start off the bottom of the fourth with a base hit.
Now batting third baseman, number 13, Luis Santos.
Santos steps in with Burgett at first base. Santos hit the sac fly to Max Payne in the third inning to score Ramito to make that a 1-0 game. Jordan at the time. Bogan set, delivers, pitches, fouled back, out of play, right field. Won the count. I apologize on our scoreboard. It is 3-2 Cavaliers right now, and our scoreboard is showing 2-0 Warriors. Having some technical difficulties. Great curveball. Comes back across the middle from Bogan there. Quickly ahead 0-2 on Santos here. Santos lifts that pitch. Payne comes in on the run, makes the catch.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 21, Antonio Zagbini.
So we got one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Santini comes in, struck out in the second inning. It was on a 3-2 curveball from Dekwa. Bogan puts a curveball right over the middle. 0-1. Great first pitch there. Runner still at first base over there is Burgett. Bogan comes set. 0-1. Good pitch. Inside third. 0-2 quickly here to Sagbini. Great pitch from Bogan. Oh, they're calling it outside. Look good. Great miss there on an 0-2 pitch. 1-2 to count. I would duplicate that one. Oh, inside pitch again. Drilled to Max Payne. He makes a diving catch in left field for the second out. That ball was hit on a rope. Max coming in very quickly, leaves his feet and dives for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 15, Thomas Ugate.
So we have two down here in the bottom of the fourth. Burgett still stranded there at first base at the moment. Back to the top of the order, number 15, Ugate steps in. Curveball misses from Bogan, just high and out of the zone. Ugate struck out in the first inning and then had a single in the third. Batting again here in the fourth. He did score in that third inning as well. Lifts the ball sky high. Dylan's going back. Max is coming in. Oh, it looked like there was some communication there. Errors there almost. Dylan reaches back across his body and makes the catch. Great recovery there by Gonzo out there in short left field to end the inning. Otherwise, that was trouble. So in the bottom of the fourth, Warriors strand one on the walk, and then Bogan gets out of trouble. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after four complete, your mighty Cavaliers 3. Jordan Warriors 2. We'll be back in a moment here on Houston Sports Live. And welcome back to Full Shirt Texas here at Jordan High School. Going into the top of the fifth, Michael Kane leading off. The Cavaliers up 3-2. Abney working his second inning work here. Delivers first pitch. Kane squares but pulls off of the ball on the outside Outside pitch. 1-0 to count. Next pitch is in there. One and one to count. Called strike on the inside corner. Kane batting again from the left-handed position. He drew a walk in the second inning and a double in the first. Check that in the third inning. That one gets away. 2-2 the count. Pitch is low. Kane works the count full here in his favor now. 3-2. Ball's lifted. Center fielder drifting to his left. Fairly deep. Does make the catch. Kane flies out to center field for the first out.
Now batting number 13, and Medina.
Pinch hit up. Coming to the plate for the Cavaliers here in the fifth inning. Pinch hitting Aiden Medina. Medina's batting for Juarez. First pitch strike to Medina. Next one misses, just barely. 1-1 to count to Medina, evens it up here in the top of the fifth. Nobody on. One out after the fly ball to center from Michael Kane. That pitch is called on the outside corner, almost the same place where the one wasn't called. But he has a much better view than we do up here in the booth. 1-2 the count. And Medina goes down swinging on the curveball, gets it. Good at bat there for Abney.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Paki Puaka Grego.
Patricky Puaka Grego steps in, number 17, with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Nobody on. Paki's been on base both times, hit by pitch. I'm sure he's really happy about that. First pitch is outside. He did have a cutout in the first inning, so he's been hit twice. Hit the ball to third base. Big throw by the third baseman, just barely in time to get Paki coming down the line. So that completes the inning there. 5-3. Cavaliers go down in order for the first time tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we're moving to the bottom of the fifth here in Fulshear, Texas at Jordan High School. Cavs up 3-2. We'll see what happens here in the bottom of the fifth. It looks like Bowman's coming back out again for another inning of work. And we'll be back in just a minute. Thank you again for tuning in to Houston Sports Live. And we'll be back at you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Fulshear, Texas, Jordan High School. Seth Bogan comes in to work the bottom of the fifth.
Leading off for the Warriors, the shortstop number 14, Henry Surkoff.
Henry Surkoff steps in. He's hot today already, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Bogan's pitch outside. One to 0 to Surkoff. He digs in. Bogan's delivery just off of the inside corner. 2-0. That pitch by Bogan misses as well. Runs up to 3-0. Try to do anything you can to avoid that leadoff walk. Here we go, 3-0 the count to Surkoff. It's fouled straight back over the netting. Good pitch from Bogan there, 3-1. The time here as Pocky is squaring his catcher's gear away. Three one the count. Bogan comes set, and the pitch is drilled to center right at Metters. Barely makes a move. That ball was hit on a line, but right to Metters at center field for the first out.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Nolan Dushek.
So one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Dushek steps in. He had a single in the first. That's a deep drive down left field line. That's going to be a double as Payne races over, brings the ball in to Kane at second base. Dushek in with the double.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Ethan Segura.
Segura steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. He had a strikeout in the first inning and drew a walk in the third. Looks like they have a courtesy runner at second base. Dushek is the catcher, so courtesy runner. Catch the number here for you in a minute as Bogan comes set. Pitch to Segura, inside and low. Looks like number 4.
Rehan Mirapuram.
Number 4 is courtesy running for Jordan at second base for the catcher. I don't know the count. That's in there for a strike from Bogan. Great pitch. One and one the count here.
Mirapuram.
That's in there for a strike. Mirapura, the runner at second base. Oh, that ball's lifted to right field. Over on the run is Kason Wang. He makes the catch. Looked like they were going to try to advance the runner on the tag up. So So Segura flies to right field for the second out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Bobby Richardson.
I think my friends here in the booth just wanted me to say that courtesy runner's name to try to get me to screw it up. I'm not sure that's a tough one, y'all. Now stepping into the batter's box, Bobby Richardson. Two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Still, we have that runner at second. Pitch is fouled off down the first baseline, just over the dugout of the Cavaliers. 0-1 to count. Again, two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Cavaliers up 3-2. Got 3 runs on 3 hits. They've done some base running and had a couple of errors help us out there. Walk hit by batter. Jordan, on the other hand, 7 hits. I mean, they had 3 hits in the third or second or third inning, right up the middle between shortstop and third base that were duplicate, like back, bam, 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 right, one after the other. So here comes Bogan's pitch here to Richardson. He fouls it off. Quick 0-2 the count. So 0-2, we got the runner still at second base after the double. Dushek. Bogan looking to close out the inning here on a K. Richardson calls time, steps out, gathers his thoughts, digs back in. Bogan comes set in the delivery. Swung on and missed. Great pitch from Bogan. Richardson just can't get that one, and that will end the inning on a strikeout, and they'll strand the runner at second base, so no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Bogan works out of that jam with that double from Dushek. So here we go to the top of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for joining us here on Houston Sports Live, and we are moving to the top of the 6th. Your Cavaliers are ahead 3-2. And we'll be back in a minute.
Noah Roman.
Welcome back here to Jordan High School. Noah Roman stepping in to lead off for your Cavaliers. Still on the mound is Abney for the Warriors.
3-2, short early run.
First pitch is in there. Oh, and 1 the count to Roman. So top of the 6th here, 1-1 the count. Abney rocks, delivers, the pitch is low. Two and 1 the count here to Noah Roman. He's been on with 2 walks, and he had flew out to left field in the first inning. Fouls that one back. Count goes to 2-2. Abney comes set 3-2. The count now after the ball to Roman. Drilled right back up the middle. Nothing Abney can do with that one. Roman lines it right back up the middle for a base hit.
Third baseman number 19, Sergio Alvarez.
Roman leads off the top of the 6th with a nice base hit. Let's see what we can do here with Alvarez coming to the plate. Alvarez hits the ball to third base. He's looking for the double play. He throws over it across to second to first, not in time. Looking for the 5-4-3. Sergio does get on the fielder's choice.
Now batting number 4, Dylan Gonzalez.
5-4 on the putout on Roman at second base. That's going to bring Dylan Gonzalez up to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Still runner at first, just a different runner. We got Sergio Alvarez at first base now. 1 out. Dylan had the nice double in the 4th inning. Down the left field line. That pitch is a ball just outside. Abney's looking over at Sergio. Comes set. 1-0 to Gonzo here in the top of the 6th. He hits the ball down the third base line again. It just sneaks inside the fair lane. The fair line. Here we go. Oh, Alvarez does not get a big jump coming off of first. Dylan with another double, smoke down the third base line. Sergio gets to third on the play. So Dylan Gonzalez double in the
Now
4th
batting
inning
number
and
12,
now a double in the
Luis
6th.
Ortega.
And the Cavaliers got something brewing again here with 1 out. Runners at second and third. The Warriors are going to bring the infield in. We got a pinch hitter at number 12.
Announced him.
Is batting for Wayne.
Plantega.
Luis Plantanga in for the Cavaliers. First pitch hits to the third base when he comes in. Infield in. He's going to first anyway. He had the infield in. Plantanga gets the RBI. 5-3 on the putout. It's going to score Alvarez from third base, and Dylan goes to
Now
third.
batting number 22, Joshua Hammer.
So we now have 2 outs. Runner at third base. Cavaliers push another run across. That ball's hit hard to the third baseman. Good scoop, big throw across the diamond. They get Hammer out on the 5-3 putout. Hammer batting for Payne here. So 2 5-3 putouts there to finish the inning for Jordan. But Dylan Gonzalez goes double again down the third baseline. And then Case and Wayne getting the RBI and scoring Sergio on the 5-3 putout. Cavaliers score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. And your score, Cavaliers 4, Jordan Warriors 2, moving to the bottom of the 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Jordan High School in Fulshear, Texas. We're getting ready to move into the bottom of the 6th. Kind of an interesting look. I don't see any of the outfield lights really. They're kind of pointing
Your attention,
down
please.
at a
New
awkward
pitcher for
angle.
the Cavaliers, number 3,
Coming in to
Zachary
pitch
Mathwig.
for your Cavaliers is Zachary Mathwig. He'll be working here in the bottom of the 6th. Tonight's broadcast on Houston Sports Live is brought to you in stunning 2K Quad HD with an enhanced 4K Ultra HD presentation. Closed captioning is also available for the hearing impaired, and we thank you for joining into tonight's broadcast on Houston Sports Live. Again, we're here in Fulshear, Texas, with our mighty Cavaliers versus the Jordan Warriors, and we're beginning here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cavaliers holding
Leading
the
off for the Warriors, left fielder number 5, Max Fermito.
Max Fermito steps in for the Warriors. He did score in the 2nd inning on the error, and then he went 6-3 in the 3rd. So he's 0 for 2 with 1 run scored, and here's Mathwig getting ready to fire in the first pitch. And that's ripped to the third baseman. Alvarez makes the play across to Roman. 5-3 on the putout. Actually, that is not Alvarez. We have a replacement at third base. That is Mogensen, number 16. But Romito goes 5-3 for the putout. Great play by Tyson Mogensen there at third base. Little defensive change here.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 23, Ben Guzman.
Guzman steps in. Pinch hitting for Burgett. First pitch misses from Mathwig, number 23 in there. Ball 1 Guzman. That pitch is in there for a strike. Mathwig, the submariner, putting it in there. Always a little bit different angle when these high schooler players are not used to seeing that. It's hard to pick up sometimes. The pitch from Mathwig scoots by Padericki back to the backstop. Just a little bit low. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on for Jordan. And here's Mathwig's delivery. Ball's hit to the shortstop. Dillon comes in. Big throw across. 6-3 to put out Guzman.
All right, we got Luis.
6-3 put out. Gonzo on the move.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Luis Santos.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th for Jordan. No runners. What a great what a great effort here. The whole team comes out for Jordan to give Guzman a hand by putting the bat on the ball and getting that at bat in the senior night here tonight.
He's our team manager.
Just getting word from the booth here that that's their team manager getting in some playing time tonight. What a great night. And he put the bat on the ball. That one's fouled back. 0-2 to Santos with two outs here in the bottom of the 6th. That's great to see. when these kids, these managers work really hard too, and to see them get on the field or get step into the batter's box and take a pitch, that's amazing, especially senior year. That pitch from Mathewig is wicked. Santos can't catch up to it and goes down swinging for the third out. So Jordan, for the first time tonight, goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the sixth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 K for Mathewig. Moving to the top of the seventh. 4-2 Cavaliers here in Fulshire at Jordan High School. This is Houston Sports Live, and we'll be right back.
Right. We got
Welcome back here to Jordan High School in Fulshire, Texas. We've got Jake Metters leading off here,
Leading
top
off
of
for
the
the
seventh
Cavaliers.
for the Cavaliers.
Center fielder number 10, Jake Metters.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, playoff baseball is coming upon us very quickly. Can't believe the season is already nearing the end. Here's a delivery to Metters from Abney, working his third inning. Leads him off with the ball just outside. Good pitch. Close. That's been kind of either way all night. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count to Metters here in the seventh inning. That pitch is lifted right to the left fielder. Makes a few steps to his right for the putout. Gets Metters to fly out to left field. For the first out here. First out here in the top of the seventh. Metters flies out to left field.
Now batting second
Now
base,
batting
number 8,
back to the top of the lineup, Michael Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget playoff baseball is coming up very, very quickly. First pitch to Kane is bends it in there for a strike. One on one the count here to Kane. The top of the seventh, 1 out. Big swing by Kane, misses. 1-2 the count. Kane drives the ball to the second base with a couple hits. 4-3, barely in time. Kane hustling down the line. He thinks he made it, but that doesn't matter. Umpire rings him up. 4-3 on the putout from Kane.
They're all going where they want to play. They just all change positions.
That looked like a Chinese fire drill at stop sign. I'm telling you, folks, Jordan just switched everything around, and players
Now
came
batting
into
number
the middle of
13,
the infield after the
19.
putout, and they're all playing a different position now, and I'm not going to call them out. I'll get to those in just a minute if we can. So 4-3 on the putout to Kane, and that's bringing up Medina with 2 outs here. On ball. That pitch misses.
He's going to turn you on third.
So 2 outs, nobody on. Medina
Bobby came in at
Oh.
first.
just barely misses him.
Or no, I don't know. I can't see.
2-0 count.
I don't think that's Bobby at first. I thought it was Max.
Might be. Yeah, I can't see the number.
Here's the pitch to Medina. It's fouled down the right field line.
Bobby's at short.
He's that short.
It's pretty neat. You know, you got senior night here at Jordan, and I've really seen some nice things here from this team, from the manager, from the parents, and everybody with how the team works with their managers, how everybody's playing. Different pitchers tonight. And to see that rotation just now is something I haven't seen personally. That was pretty cool. Pitch from Abney is in there for strike 2. 2-2 the count on Medina. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. The pitch is low. Medina works it full. Cavs have 4 runs on 5 hits. Jordan 2 runs on 7 hits. Big production in the first few innings for Jordan here tonight. Swing and miss to Medina. He goes down on strikes. And the Cavaliers go down in order. 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we move to the bottom of the 7th here in Fulshear, Texas. We'll be back in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone, thank you so much for joining us here at Houston Sports Live. And we're live here in Fulshear, Texas at Jordan High School. Scott Matthiesen here on the call. I want to thank our engineer at home, Jordan Smith. Thank you for working out some bugs as we go in here to the bottom of the 7th at Jordan Senior Night. Mathwig is going to come in and work this
Leading off for the Warriors, the center fielder,
Playoff advertising
number 21, Antonio Sabini.
Brand exposure on each and every Houston Sports Live broadcast this 2026 season. Don't forget, packages are available for, it guarantees you a part of the action in May when the playoffs begin. That ball's hit deep in the hole to Dylan Gonzalez. He fires across. Sabini's going to get a base hit on the infield hit there to start off the bottom of the 7th.
Right. All right, Thomas. Going to Thomas.
That's going to bring him back to the top of the lineup.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 15, Thomas Ugate.
Ugate steps in, no outs here. 1 runner on first base. That's Sagbini. Mathwig set. Pitch on the way outside. One and 0 to the leadoff batter. popped up to the shortstop. His last at bat, he has scored tonight. One of the two Jordan runs as well. Mathwig delivers the pitch, is drilled to right field. Wang is on his horse, back. He can't get to it. That's going almost to the wall. They're going to hold the runner at third base as Ugate walks in with a double deep into right field.
Well, hold on. Go for it.
Stepping into the plate.
Now batting the shortstop, number 14, Henry Surkoff.
Jordan has runners at second and third here now. No outs in the seventh. Great pitch by Mouthway. Gets that curveball in there for a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Surkoff has 2 hits tonight, and then he lined out to the right fielder, Max Payne. 2 for 3, no run scored. Good pitch, ball's hit to right field, Wings right at that.
Can't hold him.
Liner, real sharp liner to Wing, will not get the sacrifice fly. Even though the throw-in might have been a little off, but it's the first out of the inning. Surkoff flies to Wang in right field.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Nolan Dusek.
Dusak, the catcher for Warriors, steps in with 1 out now. Runners at second and third. Dusak doubled his last at bat, fouls that one back. On the count here at the bottom of the seventh. 1 out, 2 runners on in scoring position. Mouthwood comes set. Delivers. Pitch is hit to right field again. Wang's right there on it. The runner is going to attempt to score.
Down.
And they get the run in on the sac fly from Dushek. That gives the Cavaliers 2 outs. And that pushes Sagbini
Now
in.
batting the first baseman, number 22, Ethan Segura.
That's going to bring up Segura. No advancement to third from Ugate. That's kind of interesting there on the throw in. So 2 outs, runner at second. Jordan does score. It's 4-3. Segura steps in and takes the ball from Mouthwing. 1-0 the count. That's also inside. 2-0 the count. That ball swung on and missed. 2-1 to count to Segura. Mouthwood comes set in the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-2 the count to Segura here in the bottom of the seventh. The tying run is aboard at second base in scoring position. 2-2. Cavaliers holding on to a slim lead here, 4-3, in spite of being out hit tonight by the Warriors. 9 hits for Jordan, 5 hits for your Cavaliers. Mouthwick gets the signal from Padariki. He comes set, delivers, swung on and fouled back into the screen. Remains 2-2. Mathway comes set. The pitch swung on and missed. And that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Segura misses on the sweeper.
Tonight's game between the Cavaliers and Jordan Warriors. Final score: Cavaliers.
Jordan does
4,
push one across.
Warriors 3.
They get one run on
We'd like
two
to thank
hits,
you all
no
for attending
errors.
tonight's matchup between these two
Mathway
competitors.
strikes out
Please have a
Segura
safe
to
drive
end
home,
the game.
and good night.
And we'll be right back in a few moments.
Too bad, huh?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your final score here in beautiful Fulshire, Texas, at Jordan High School. The Cavaliers hold on to a tight one here. They're down early, 2-0 to Jordan Warriors. And they come back, push a couple across, and they hold off the Warriors with the runner at second base with 2 outs. And they secure the victory, 4-3. Mouthwick comes in and strikes out Segura to end the game. So your totals here: College Park 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and for Jordan 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. And your final score here, 4-3. And I thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast and putting up with some of our technical difficulties. This is the first audio-video broadcast that we put on or that I've done. And thank you for Justin and the crew at Houston Live. And tonight's broadcast of high school athletics on Houston Sports Live is copyrighted for the private use of our audiences only. Any retransmission or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Houston Sports Live is strictly prohibited. And on behalf of Houston Sports Live, we thank you again for joining into tonight's broadcast, and we look forward to seeing you again soon as we head to New Katy for our next game and our next broadcast. and we thank you, and we hope you have a great night. And once again, Scott Matthiesen signing off here in Fulshire, Texas at Jordan High School. And don't forget, Houston Sports Live is where it's at. Get those playoff advertising sponsorships ready, y'all. Thank you very much, and have a great night.